I love Kefalonia, but maybe not Argostoli so much. In this episode, we hunker down in Argostoli through some bad weather, wondering, is this the start of winter? I get ashore for a big day of tourism, we do some of that maintenance, and we're both disappointed by a mystery cultural performance that no one could find. It's a gloomy day here in Argostoli. Kel's dropped me off. It's my day of exploration. She can look after Dakini. I'm just going to keep an eye on her and make sure she gets back okay. And then I get to explore one of the largest towns we've been to, I'd say. Be right up there, 4th or 5th biggest town we've been to in Greece. We're in Argostoli, and on the other side of the big Gulf Bay is Luxury. This is the ferry that goes, it's €3. Wouldn't do it today obviously because we've got to look after Dakini. So that's Luxury over the other side of this huge big bay. I'm at the sinkholes of Argostoli. Not 100% sure what they are, but it appears that geological formations means that seawater flows really quickly through this part of the island, which can even power water wheels and do things like that. It goes at 3 meters per second. It's not totally clear how it works with the pressure changes, but interesting enough. They even had a power station at one point. Well, I guess it's happening because that's seawater and it's running downhill into a hole like it's a river. So, bloody hell, it's very windy. I hope Cal's okay out there. Now I'm in the lighthouse, which is considered a tourist attraction a beacon I'd call it. Tourist attraction in this part of the world, nothing special. Interesting though. There's some interesting history. Italy invaded Greece at the start of World War II, and they took Kefalonia as an Italian protectorate, and they held it for a couple of years. And then the Germans effectively took it over from them, but they stayed, and the Germans ended up wiping them out and taking thousands of them prisoner. So it's all a bit odd, but there was a monument to them. I might have to look that up when I get home. I like me a good walking street, and this walking street is a whopper. Well, back on the waterfront, and I can see Dakini. Kel's out there somewhere. The wind's dropped a little bit, and we're now pointing in a much better direction in relation to the other boats. So I'm sure she's breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. I've been to the fishing shop to stock up. The owner assures me that we should be catching a lot of bonito at the moment. So I've just bought a few extra bits and bobs to give us our best chance. Now this big concrete bridge that blocks off the end of the bay is considered to be one of the tourist attractions here in Argostoli. exploring the old marina and yard, and it is rough. I've definitely heard that you do not leave your boat here. You can come in, but you just got to stay on board all the time. People have even said that while they were staying here, people were trying to steal stuff off their boat that they were still on board. Wow, I would not leave Dakini there. It is rough. We saw it labelled somewhere as an EU marina, so maybe there was a big push to build marinas in all these Greek villages to try and bolster them, but that one's obviously not been very successful. It's not the first abandoned marina we've seen, but it's definitely the roughest. And back we go. I have no idea what the significance of this bridge is, other than you can walk across it. If this is in Vietnam, it'll be like vroom, 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 scooter every 7 seconds. So I'm glad it's not that. Leave to your own tradition. It's closed. That was the botanical gardens. Supposedly they're quite lovely. We don't see a lot of private vegetable gardens in Greece, or at least not where we travel, near the coast, but this one is gorgeous. Oh, these Greek Orthodox churches are gorgeous. This one's quite quiet, but you can see from the chandeliers, I guess, the intricacy, they're really beautiful. And in contrast, this is the Catholic church, and the only Catholic church on the island. Still got the blue ceiling. I'm trying to find the start of the walking street. Unfortunately, it is 3:30 on a Saturday, which is pretty much most places are shut time. My impressions of Argostoli are interesting. It looks from a distance like a very, very pretty Greek island town, quite a large one, but with a really nice layout. However, when you get a bit closer, you don't find much history. Start of the walking street. Right here, start of the walking street. I'm going to do the whole thing. You don't find a lot of what feels like historic buildings, suggesting that it's quite a new development, or maybe something happened. I don't know what it was like after the war, but yeah, lacks that really old Greek charm, but it's still lovely. I love Kefalonia, but maybe not Argostoli so much. Kel's coming to pick me up. That's the end of my day of exploration. Got to go home and make some power, probably in some hot water as well. Hope we don't bother anyone too much with our generator, but we don't have a choice. Do it in the early afternoons, probably the most polite time. I think I've just jammed the joker valve of this loo again, but I'm definitely getting better at not making as much mess.
When people tell us boat life's always glamorous, I can tell them this is what we do sometimes.
Boat life's glamorous if you pay other people. Boat life's glamorous if you pay other people to unblock your legs. Damn it, that's looking really good. I was hoping that would look.
So the toilets we have two what they call joker valves, which is sort of a one-way valve where everything is pushed up through the first valve and then the second valve and then into the tank. So when something holds the valve open, so something gets stuck in there, it means that it keeps coming back into the toilet. That's what's happened today. We think it's the top valve now. So I just went and got the spare valves that we'd found on the boat. Actually, not that long ago. We think this is a replacement. Time will tell.
But look at the calcification that's built up in these.
Wow.
In these. It's just amazing. Eh?
The button. Okay.
Yep, water.
Testing. Water.
Flushing.
Cross your fingers. Oh, yeah. More water. Just to test it. Whoa, look at that go.
Okay.
Good work, babe. Good work.
Yeah, now. We've decided to spend another gloomy day here at anchor. It's blowing enough out there that we're not particularly interested in sailing.
23 degrees today, it says. This is the second day ever in my boating life that I put a jumper on when I got up.
23 degrees.
Not bad. 6 months. It's the second day.
I told Mum she had to Google the Argostoli sinkholes to try and see how they work. This place had sold out of its apple croissants yesterday, so before lunch we've come to get dessert, which is an apple croissant. It's a bit quieter on a Sunday. There's this, here in Argostoli, there's this... Argostoli, thank you. Here in Argostoli, there's these like 4 bakeries right next to each other. I don't know how they survive, but...
Pork gyros, we haven't had one for a while, so we thought it'd treat ourselves to a Sunday lunch. We are doing something very unusual for us and going ashore in the evening.
Cultural performance.
I saw a sign, I couldn't really read it because it was in Greek, but something's happening at 7:30 and there's a band of some sort. So we're going to the town square to try and figure out what it is. Whatever the performance / show is, it'll be better than what we were doing at this time last night. Fixing toilets.
Yeah. I blanked it out of my mind. Multitude of sins hidden at night.
That was a bust. Although we found other people also looking for it, so it wasn't just us. But unfortunately, no one could find it. I think Elle wants to get on the love boat. Should I be concerned?
I'm just surprised to see a Bertram here. Older model, but still, it's a long way from home.
And with that, we're heading back for an early night because tomorrow...
Time to sail. There's tuna out there that need to be caught, and we want to explore other parts of Kefalonia.
Yeah, we're going to head towards the western part of Kefalonia and see what we can find. Apparently there's heaps of nice beaches and plenty of beautiful anchorages. So that's the plan. Because of us.
Wasn't that dessert?
They survived because of us.
And
now we didn't really want the croissant. He just wanted coffee.
Hardly made it out of the bakery, and Kel's already halfway through dessert.
It's warm.
And we're still off for lunch. Oh, that makes sense. It's warm. I'm getting some, right?
No.
Maybe.
And that ends our 3 nights in Kefalonia. No, it doesn't.
And
What's the town called?
And that ends our 3 nights in Argostoli.